Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Christine and I found the perfect duplicate recipe for perfect bars. And I'm so excited to share this with you. I've tweaked and I've looked and I've gathered the information and I feel like this is the closest thing to actually purchasing perfect bars, which are really expensive. So I just thought I'd share this recipe with you. So come on with. Okay, I swear this recipe is a duplicate. So I'm getting down to the last layer of the little perfect bars, and I'm just so excited to share this recipe with you. So I normally start out with the dry ingredients. So the recipe calls for 3/4 cup of mini chocolate chips, and I actually have just a little bit more. I just finished off a bag, so I'm just gonna add all of that right in a bowl. And then we're gonna put in the protein powder. And this is kind of what makes perfect bars, that they are known to be protein packed bars. And right now, like a full bar has 14 grams roughly. And I'm adding a 1/4 cup, kind of a heaping one, like not too crazy, but you know, roughly like this. We're gonna add that right in. And get the lid back on. And then the flour that I'm using, I actually made my own oat flour just from organic oats, and I put it through my Ninja twice. I did not have to sift or anything. I did the ultra blend and it turned out spectacular, so I'm super thrilled with it. So I am adding 1 1/4 cup of oat flour. And it's just that simple to make your own flour out of oats. So there's 1 cup, and then this is the 1/4. There's the 1/4. And then we're just gonna add a little bit of salt. I've got my Redmond's real salt. And I'm just gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon. Get that in there. Set that to the side. And then we get to the wet ingredients. Actually, let me just kind of toss this around for a second. So then it makes for easier mixing once you add the wet ingredients. There we go, that looks good. Okay, toss that around together. All right, so I made my own vanilla in, what is it, November of 21. So this should be nice and ready. This is my brand new jar that I brought out here. I've got some extra back in our other location, but we're adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And more or less to taste. You know, a lot of people like vanilla. And then we're gonna add 1/3 cup of honey. Okay, and I'm using raw, unfiltered honey. And you can use whatever sweetener you want. I like this specific one because it helps hold it together to make that perfect bar consistency. And this is just gonna make a nice little small pan for myself. I'm pretty much the only one that eats them here, but I'm so excited because when the grandkids come, they love those perfect bars. And then this way you know exactly what's in them. You don't have to figure out how to pronounce anything on the wrapper, right? All right, this is pretty gooey. Okay. Set that to the side. And then, so the big trick with this is you need to have the creamy, actually the natural peanut butter, the one that is kind of soupy. That's kind of the trick of this. The thicker peanut butter could work, but you'd have to add more coconut oil. So I am gonna do a 1/2 cup, and it specifically calls for natural, you know what I mean? Like, so the stuff that actually is soupy, like I said. So we're gonna do a 1/2 cup. And then the last ingredient I'm going to add is coconut oil. And the recipe calls for between 1 and 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. So I'll be right back, and I'm going to melt this down just in a bowl in the microwave. Okay, so this is going right in. Actually, it smells really good already. Okay, so now for the magic. I am going to give it kind of a mix in general, but then I'm going to get in there with my hands, so make sure and take any rings off or what have you. And you want it to be like a really thick consistency. And I'm just going to get in there and kind of do the smash and mix like what you do for a dough, basically. And it really starts to come together. That's the magic of that natural peanut butter. And if you're finding yourself needing to add a little more coconut oil, you can do so. But see how it's kind of coming together? So that's where the recipe calls for 1 or 2 tablespoons of oil. All right, so I feel like I want to add that little bit of coconut oil yet, because it's coming together, but I'm feeling like it's still a little bit dry. So I'm going to grab some more coconut oil and melt that up. Okay, I got that other little bit of coconut oil melted. I'm going to add it in, and that should help. So right now, just depends on the consistency of your peanut butter or your protein powder. And I'm feeling like this is just going to help immensely get the consistency that I want. All right. So now I've got my, it's roughly 8 by 4 little cookie sheet, and I'm going to put this in the cookie sheet, and I'm going to press it in by hand. Okay, so I feel like this is good consistency, good thickness. Like I said, it's only about this thin, but you want these to be able to cut into bars. And we are going to go throw them in the fridge. Okay, they're all cut up. And I'm just putting my parchment paper inside. And the consistency is really nice and thick. So we're just going to get these put in the container that we're going to keep in the refrigerator. So yeah, look at the thickness on this. It's so great. And you know, a couple little pieces fall off here and there. But this saves so much money from buying those perfect bars that are so good and tasty. And I've got a couple to taste here at the end. A couple little bites. And let's choose an ugly one for test tasting. And then I'm going to get the rest in the container here. Okay, now for the fun part. We're going to give them a test taste. I've got kind of the ugly one that was left, one of the edge pieces, and a couple of the other little pieces. I can't tell you how much that this tastes like. It's the peanut butter dark chocolate chip one, And like I said, we like the little mini bars. That's why I cut them into this size. You can cut them into larger sizes, so keep that in mind. But the yield on this, then it's just like a grab and go, maybe 2 to 3 bite, you know, to take. So let's see what they taste like. I swear, tastes just like it. The consistency is just like it. I am so thrilled with this recipe, and I have to say, I do not think that I will be buying another Perfect Bar, and that will save, gosh, you know, tend to buy the small bars at least once or twice a month. Usually get them from Sam's Club, so we do save that way. But the bars there, the mini bars, you get 18 in a box, which is kind of roughly what I have right now in my container. And using the products that I have already in my pantry and knowing exactly what's in it, you know, the ingredients isn't too bad on it. You know, it is, you know, quite lengthy, as you can see on this one. But you literally have this many ingredients, 2, 4, 6, 7 ingredients, and you can make these bars that taste exactly like the ones in the store. I'm sold. So anyways, I hope this video helped you out. I am hoping to create a few more recipes like this. I will put the list of the exact ingredients in the description below so that you can copy and paste and continue to save a little bit of money. So thanks for stopping by my little channel. And if you like videos like this, hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you next time on Christine's Routines. Take care and God bless. And I'm gonna have some dessert before dinner. Hey friends. Oh, sugar. Hey. Oh.